Celebrity says Diddy's accuser's lawyer is extorting them. I mean, damn, this is, all right, put up the picture full mass of, he's been on TV a lot. Tony Buzbee is the attorney representing the majority of Diddy's accusers, okay? So now an anonymous celebrity is suing the Texas lawyer, alleging he's trying to destroy the man's reputation. So the plaintiff, identified as John Doe, alleges in a newly filed lawsuit that Buzbee and his law firm are, quote, shamelessly attempted to extort exorbitant sums from him, or else publicly file wildly false, horrific allegations against him. Now, if you scratching your head, I was scratching mine. The plaintiff's lawyer identified him in court papers as celebrity and public figure who lives in Los Angeles. The plaintiff says in the lawsuit that Buzbee and his namesake firm have, quote, threatened to unleash entirely fabricated and malicious sexual assault allegations against him that include multiple accusations of the violation of a minor if he refuses to comply with their demands. There's more. Quote, these baseless accusations are nothing more than a weapon in a circulated plot to destroy plaintiff's high-profile reputation for profit, despite the complete absence of any factual basis for such claim, says the lawsuit, which was filed Monday in the Los Angeles Superior Court by the high-powered law firm Quinn Emanuel. The lawsuit also alleges that attorney Buzbee and his firm have, quote, established pattern of making threats and then using third parties to contact the extortion victim, thereby acting as puppet masters, orchestrating their extortion plots from behind the scenes. So in a statement to Business Insider, Buzbee slammed the lawsuit against him and his Houston-based firm, the Buzbee law firm, as, quote, not only without legal merit, but also laughable. It is obvious that the frivolous lawsuit filed against my firm is an aggressive attempt to intimidate or silence me and ultimately my clients, Buzbee said. That effort is a gross miscalculation. The lawsuit says that in November, Buzbee made written extortion demands to the mystery celebrity plaintiff, which contained false allegations of vile conduct by him. The plaintiff was characterized in the letter as having been friends with Combs since the two often attended similar celebrity events. But okay, I see what's going on. Now, the part where I went to, yeah, I doubt it. This is the part. Now, is he a lawyer? Yeah. Does he do law for money? Yes. Would he put in writing an extortion attempt? That's what the suit alleges. You see, if he put in writing an extortion attempt, this is no longer a civil matter. You can just go to the Los Angeles DA's office. And because you are a victim or alleged victim of extortion, they would also protect your identity up to a certain point in the process of legality. So, quote, this is the next one, the extortion demands allege that the plaintiff, all right, this is individual. Now, they're not talking about P. Diddy, okay? This is not about that. This is about the person who's still anonymous. That the plaintiff violated multiple minors who had been drugged at Combs' party, says lawsuit, which accuses Buzbee and his firm of threatening, quote, to take a different course if the plaintiff did not commit to a confidential mediation to resolve the matter. That they would take a different course if you don't agree to a confidential mediation. That sounds like regular lawyer stuff. The plaintiff claims, the plaintiff presently faces a gun to his head. This is a quote. Plaintiff presently faces a gun to his head, either repeatedly paid a sum of money to stop defendants from the wide publication of wildly false allegations of sexual assault that would subject plaintiff to opprobrium and irreparably harm plaintiff's reputation, family, career, and livelihood, or else face the threat of untold number of civil suits and financial and personal ruin. I mean, untold number of civil, who's going to file the civil suits? Other people. Well, that's their right. If you did something, or if you were a party to, and they would like adjudication, they have a right to do that. That's the plaintiff claims Buzbee and his firm are engaging in a cynical extortion scheme that is dressed up in vindicating victims of sexual abuse. You see, when you make that statement, you're not disparaging the firm. What you're doing is disparaging the victims that have credible allegations. And let's not act as if this story about Diddy, Brother Love, whatever his name is today, about Puffy was not already out there. So let's not play that game. It's one thing, obviously, to have a beef with the aggressive attorney who you have the allegation against. It's another thing when you decide to attempt and silence the voice of the actual victims who have been brave enough to come forward and willing to testify in a court of law. Now, this is a reminder, all right? Following Combs' arrest and indictment on federal charges, racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution, Buzbee said at a press conference that his firm representing 120 accusers with sexual misconduct claims against Combs and promised to file a waiver lawsuits against the rapper. Now, remember, these are the individuals filing the lawsuit, and the attorney is navigating the case. The attorneys don't really file your suit. That's you. Your name is on it, not the attorney. And it is interesting to me that, once again, you already have a grand jury that has looked at evidence, a mountain of it, according to the narrative from the prosecutor in charge of the case. You have a law firm who basically is saying, and these are the victims. So you have one, the criminal element. Well, the criminal element, they can't get you the punitive pain and suffering. They can't get you that. They may be able to get some reimbursement to you if possible, all right? But they've frozen the assets and everything else. So you have the criminal prosecution. The civil prosecution is to make you whole civilly. Criminal prosecution is to provide justice righteously. That's what it's for. And so you got one, which says you do have a lot of victims here, criminal prosecution. I don't see why you wouldn't have the other that says you got civil victims also, obviously, right? So anyway, I think this person who's anonymous right now, I do think it'll come out at some point, has a major beef with the way this attorney or this law firm is going to engage in, well, either you are a co-conspirator, perhaps, or you were down with what was happening. It's one or the other. And he may say, hey, listen, neither, I just didn't know. And that becomes your affirmative defense if there is an allegation. All right, Mr. Mayor, I did not hear a quote in the lawsuit that would, to me, yell criminal extortion.
Yeah, this guy done got some jailhouse legal advice. He's sitting around on Google with his friends, and they absolutely told him wrong. And what he did was he swung for the king and missed. And now, because as lawyers, people don't know this, lawyers are mandatory reporters. Anything pertaining to kids, you are obligated to report. So what he did was he set himself up and made himself a victim for whoever it is, and that name will come out. That John Doe label will not last, especially in this case around Diddy, as we see he continues to extort people even from prison. I mean, from jail, as we just found out, he was writing letters trying to pay off witnesses from jail. So people are People trying to, I don't know what their allegiance is or why they're defending Diddy. This is about to be a problem. And this person just put himself square in the eyes of the attorney who has been digging and found all of this. So prepare yourself, Mr. John Doe.
Yeah. All right. We'll
Also,
bring
do
you
yourself a
updates.
favor and stop taking legal advice from your friends who got it off of Google in jail.
Yeah, that was an interesting, pump fake, I would call it.